Okay, everybody, welcome back to our channel. I'm here with Scruffy, Cher, and with Tanaka, who's one of our longest standing team members, I think, since the early 90s. And Ko is going to deliver an amazing story about all the wonderful sand he's collected over the years. This is going to be a lot of fun. Ko's going to share with you over 130 sand samples from all over the world. I'm just grabbing one here. This is from Breakers Bay in the Bahamas back in 2019, I believe, or 18. And how wonderful that sand was and how much fun we had there. And we're going to share with you our story about this sand and some of the projects that we made with it and some of the qualities of that sand and what makes good sand good and what makes bad sand bad. Mm-hmm. So with that, let's get right to it. What do you think, Kathy? Kathy just came outside and saw all this sand.
So amazed at this. I love this, Ko. You are just like a surprise.
Isn't this amazing?
How many years did this take?
Well, it looks like a 2006. That's the starting point.
This
and
is
all the
black
way.
sand. And when did you start this? How did you get the idea?
Well, just to kind of, wants to keep something for, the memory and, the sentimental reason, but then just realizing like this is 120 something, almost 130 of them. And recently I didn't pick every location, and wherever only go to new location I just picking up. But probably somewhere around 2006, 7, 8, I picked many all the projects. Yeah.
So is there a mix here of beaches we've worked at and then also beaches you've visited?
No, this is every project we did. So
I don't ever remember. This looks like pepper.
Yeah, but don't use it like pepper, sweetheart.
No, where was this beach? Black. It looks like Georgia. Is that what it says without reading glasses?
This is a very specific the black sand at the Imperial Beach.
Yes.
Long time ago when we were working, sometimes we discover black sand and wow, that's a black gold or whatever. And
good sand, and we'd harvest it.
He's collecting sand.
Just a specific,
So as an example, I know you guys probably did.
Look at the consistency.
This is Zuma Beach. And this is the black sand from Imperial Beach.
Well, there are many.
I've gotten
now
them.
you understand why.
Do you have these in some kind of alphabetical order?
No.
Okay.
It's really messed
Thank
up.
God, huh?
This idea, we came up with this idea and we thought you'd just have a few samples and
Yeah, a few.
And then
You see, like this is as an Imperial Beach. Many of
Yes.
like this, but some area where after digging a few feet, then you will find.
hi, we're back again, and if you follow our channel, you'll know that when we're outside like this, we sometimes use our cell phone, and so the video gets a little choppy because of data. But I find this so interesting. This is so important, and hopefully people learned a lot from it, because this is our medium. This is what we work with, and I've gotten some of these as gifts from Ko.
oh, look at that!
So
These are great.
These are on my mantle. I treasure them. And Cayman Islands, and then Baker's Bay.
these
Hold on,
two.
let me turn it.
Yeah, you can get a
You
sense.
can see the differences in.
And here's Ko's versions of the same samples.
And then I don't know if you talked about this in the video,
We
but
did.
evidently this is.
We didn't talk about this part of it.
And I may not have the information correct. I only heard from
Well,
others.
this location got hit really hard by a hurricane about 2 years ago, and they're struggling to come back.
Several months to year later, after we did the project.
Well, here's what I am going to request. If I get any more of these souvenirs, I like that Co with that date.
date.
I know.
Yeah. Well, Co's been very consistent. Look at how consistent these labels are. And he labels them up individually after each job. So when he goes home, he archives the sand. That's the Broadway Pier. That's the U.S. Sand Sculpting Challenge. That's trucked in from the
This
Sand
is
and
such
Gravel
a
Yard.
study.
Isn't that a treat?
What is it? Is it geology? Geology? Is that what this would be? A type of
Well, it's a
studying the
really
land and the
mixture,
sand?
mostly beach sand, but some of the river, such as
I saw Lake Castaic in here.
yeah, and good, bunch of stuff comes from sand and gravel yard.
Right. We have to truck in sand. And it's a hit and miss. I think the best trucked in sand when you didn't have any debris in it was this stuff from Carson City. Hold that up, Kathy, and let me get in real close to it. Look at that. That is such a powder.
Yeah.
When I saw the samples from this, I just about fell off my chair. I had to get resuscitated. I was so excited about how this sand was going to be fun to work with. And then when we actually got to the location, it had a lot of little pebbles and rocks in it that we had to navigate through. But when there wasn't pebbles or rocks in it, that was as good as any. Look at how fine that sand is.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
You know,
The label.
Hold it up next to another sand and you can see.
Okay, I don't know where this one is from, so just a moment. Let's give a fair comparison.
In fact, let's. Can you take a pinch out and put it on your
Oh,
hand?
this is a Long Beach. Oh, Long Beach Marathon.
Yes, that's the Silica 60
Oh,
we used to
okay.
use.
How are you doing this?
Set the jar down and put it in your palm. You didn't know that too.
Oh my gosh, it's just so.
Yeah, look at how powdery
You mix
that
that
is.
with water, and you're gonna have.
And it turned
a
into
clay.
like a clay-like paste, but it carved and behaved like sand.
But this would
This
have
is
been
a
filtered.
Silica
Yeah.
at the Long Beach Marathon, which is
Silica 60.
yeah, 2009.
This is like 120.
What is this?
from
Is
Carson.
these are both? Is it? What do they call that? Filtered? That's not the right word.
Yeah, I'll say manufactured
Yeah.
from sand and gravel yards.
And they put it through. Help me, filtering or
They
what?
might. Yeah, they run it through SIS to create different grades of stucco sands and other sands that you would use in construction or foundation subgrade applications. Kathy asked a good question. What would you say some of the worst sands are that we used? And I saw this one jumped out at me. This one was from Chicago and Lake Michigan, right, Co? Do you want to grab that one, Co, and put it in your hand? Yeah, that's the one. And tell us why you think that sand might be among our worst.
yeah, look at this
Hold that hand still.
pebble.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like a lot of pebbles in there.
Yeah.
And not much sand grain. And compare that with what Kathy's going to bring out, which I kind of said earlier might be our
Yeah, it's
holy
like a powder.
grail. And let me zoom back out. Wow, what a difference. So when I talk to people about what good sand is versus what bad sand
Right,
is, here's a great
right.
comparison, everybody.
This is almost like a facial powder.
Yeah, you want to try?
I love
No.
that.
Well, maybe a clay mask, or maybe it would be a clay mask.
Hey, who knows? Maybe
You
we got...
first. You first. You let me know.
Okay, Co, you've got all this sand laid out.
Yes.
Pretty amazing. What strikes you as being some of your favorites? Why don't you just grab a jar and kind of share it with us and tell us a little bit about why it's one of your favorites? And I know the labels are all pointing to me at the camera. Maybe I pick a jar.
Yeah.
It's up to you. Okay, so here's Ritz-Carlton, Maui. What's that?
So this is 2014 October, and we had a there was a conference, and I remember there is a huge convention hall. They belong to the hotel, and they bring the sand inside this banquet hall, and literally like trucks and bulldozers running around inside of this fancy Ritz-Carlton.
That was amazing. That was an
Amazing.
outdoor covered huge exhibit hall.
Right.
And they let us invade that with over 300 tons of sand, and you took home 6 ounces. Thank you for doing that. That's a great story. Okay, there's one I see right here that I think is going to be really cool. Christchurch, New Zealand. What was that all about?
Well, this is level 2012. We Arc-Sand team were invited along with IB Posse, the team in San Diego, Imperial Beach area, and we actually manage and conduct a competition, as well as we built, well actually the both IB Posse and Team Arc-Sand, we joined together and built a big main theme sculpture. And that was the farthest location I think we ever been. It's Christchurch at the New Zealand.
Yeah, I think it's literally halfway around the world from LA, isn't it?
And the season is opposite, and we are almost, can see the South Pole.
Yeah. In fact, they had a museum there at the airport about the
yeah.
South Pole. That's the launching point to get to the South Pole.
Right.
Yeah.
Despite the different textures and qualities of the sand that we come across, Ko and Greg have found a way to not let a beach stop them from performing and producing their art. And they have found a way to make
Work
the
with
most
the
beautiful
conditions.
pieces, yes, and work with those conditions.
Yeah. Even in locations that you would think weren't very good, you look at the piece and you go, wow, that's not bad. And we're resourceful. Good point, sweetheart.
Yes.
Wow, Ko, I couldn't believe all of those wonderful sands you shared with us. Thank you so much for all the archiving of that sand and being able to rekindle those memories with us today. What do you think?
Well, this is really one part of the project, or a tiny part of the project, and well, I should say thank you for the opportunities. And again, like this is really segment of the entire project. Well, it just happened to be those sand from looks like a 2006 to up to now, but obviously we did many projects before that, and well, this is just again like just a segment of our incredible journey. It is. So with that, Ko, I'm going to kind of end this with our typical call to please like this video. Cher wants you to like it. Remember to subscribe to our channel, and remember to ring the notification bell so that you get notified with every new video we post, because we're posting some fun stuff just like this one was. You never know what we're going to come up with. That's just truly exciting, I'm sure. So with that, thanks for joining us. We'll see you at the beach. Bye.